Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Adam Silver issues veto response amid Luka Doncic trade controversy. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver clarified that he has no power to veto a trade amid confusion from league fans in the wake of the controversial Luka Doncic trade to the Los Angeles Lakers. The overriding sentiment was that the Dallas Mavericks gifted the Lakers a generational star who has not yet reached his prime to become LeBron James' successor. While many of the Mavericks fans were heartbroken to see Doncic get traded and outraged for the coldness of the stealth execution, some felt their team should have gotten more than the Lakers' package of Anthony Davis, Max Christie, 2031 first-round pick and a 2030 pick swap. Some fans even clamored for Silver to step in and block the trade, referencing the late David Stern's role in the Knicks' Chris Paul trade to the Lakers in 2011. "No, I don't have a veto power, believe it or not," Silver said on the Barstool Sports Pardon My Take podcast on February 12. "And there's some confusion. People have yelled out to me for some reason in the last week or so when I've been at games that I should be vetoing that trade the way David Stern vetoed a trade back in the old days. There's always some confusion there. David never vetoed a trade. When he was the acting owner of the New Orleans Hornets and the commissioner at the time, he turned down a trade that was proposed to him by the general manager of the team." Jeanie Buss set the record straight. 3 years ago, Lakers governor Jeanie Buss also set the record straight about the infamous Chris Paul trade on Showtime's All the Smoke podcast as it happened in unusual circumstances. "So if you remember, we were in a lockout, right? When there's a lockout, there's a moratorium on everything, you can't make trades, you can't do anything," Buss said at the time. "As we were making a deal with the union and then starting to lift the lockout rules, all the representatives of the teams had to be in New York for the Board of Governors meeting to ratify the new CBA. And so as we're in this room, all of a sudden, there's kind of this rumor that goes in around the room about a trade. Well, at that time, the team was run by the league, right? So there's no way a trade can be happening if we're all in this room doing league business. Except the New Orleans general manager of the team felt that he had the authority to make a trade. So the trade was happening while everybody is in this room, so teams felt like, how is that possible? We didn't get a chance to make a trade for Chris Paul? And so they all attacked the league and said this wasn't fair." Buss said Stern rejected the trade as Hornets owner, not as the NBA commissioner. NBA commissioner's role in NBA trades. Silver explained that his office doesn't judge the merits of a trade but rather they make sure it is legal under the Collective Bargaining Agreement, CBA. "What our basketball and legal folks do is they make sure that trade works under the confines of the Collective Bargaining Agreement with whatever rules are in place," Silver continued. "Then it's up or down, it gets approved based on those rules. We don't get to weigh in on what we think the merits of the trade are or should be." Lakers Dalton Knecht responds to Draymond Green's criticism in the perfect way. The Los Angeles Lakers were at the heart of All-Star Game controversy during what was meant to be a weekend of positive headlines. After LeBron James made the last-minute decision to sit out, however, negativity was abundant. James wasn't the only Lakers player to find himself in critics' crosshairs, as rookie Dalton Knecht experienced the same. Knecht and the Rising Stars team, coached by WNBA legend Candace Parker, took part in the All-Star Game tournament. The up-and-comers took on Team Shaq, which was headlined by the likes of Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, and Jason Tatum. Prior to the game, Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green ripped the NBA for giving the Rising Stars players a chance to play in the All-Star Game. Knecht responded both on and off the court, offering up a simple response when reporters asked for his opinion during the latter setting. For as strong of a statement as that is, the biggest splash that Knecht made was on the court during Team Candace's clash with Team Shaq. Dalton Knecht proved he belonged on the court with All-Stars. Team Shaq pulled out the 42-35 win over Team Candace, with Damian Lillard scoring a game-high 9 points. Connect refused to go gentle into the night, however, showing out with a team-high 8 points of his own for Team Candace. Connect was the second highest scorer in the game, matching the scoring output of multi-time All-Stars in Jaylen Brown and Curry. Beyond the numbers, Connect took a fearless approach to a big stage, with the bright lights shining on him. He showcased his elite three-point shooting range, as well as his high-level athleticism with the way he glided across the floor and played above the rim with relative ease. Fresh off of being called out by Green, Connect stepped up with one of the best performances of any player from either team. Despite the brief confusion surrounding his Lakers' future, it's been a strong rookie season from Connect. He's averaging 9.4 points, 3.0 rebounds, and 1.6 three-point field goals made in just 20.6 minutes per game, shooting efficiently at a clip of .464/.360/.814. Connect's averages translate to marks of 16.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.8 three-point field goals per 36 minutes, which isn't far from what he's done with the opportunity to play big minutes. Connect is averaging 14.3 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 2.8 three-point field goals made across 12 starts. He's averaged 20.5 points per outing during the 8 games in which he's played at least 30 minutes, and has amassed a career high of 37 points in a single game. Connect may not be an all-star at this stage of his career, but he put his upside on clear display with the pressure mounting to do so. Even Adam Silver was surprised by the Luka Doncic trade. If you thought the reactions to the Luka Doncic were over, the best may have been saved for last. On Saturday, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver held his annual press conference during All-Star Weekend. Naturally, he was asked about the biggest storyline the league has seen in many years. Imagine being a Mavs fan and hearing the commissioner say, "Yeah, it's wild they didn't make him publicly available." This might start another round of protests. That wasn't the only gem of a quote from Silver, either. Whether or not history will ultimately judge this as a smart trade is so funny. That's about as scathing a quote as a league commissioner will ever give about a team's front office on record. The trade was so lopsided that conspiracy theories arose that the Mavs owners were tanking the franchise to eventually move it to Las Vegas. Silver also addressed those claims, too. So, basically, his sentiment was that they made a bad trade not for nefarious reasons, but because Nico Harrison is bad at his job. Truly great stuff from Silver. 10 out of 10. No notes. Obviously, being on this side of the trade makes all of these quotes and reactions much more fun to consume. If I was a Mavs fan, I think I would have revolted 3 or 4 times over by this point. Fortunately, Luka is on the Lakers, which means I can't get enough of all of this, especially from Adam Silver. And are you a fan? What do you think of Adam Silver's statement? Leave your opinion in the comments.